Speaking of bloops, bloop me some. Speaking of
bloop you on over.
Bloop me some wine in that glass.
We got Zoe's again.
Yes,
because we're still talking pups, right?
We're still talking, and the reason it's Alicia gave it to me because she knows I love segues and how much I love to mention, which defeats the purpose of a segue. Thank you, milady. Is that she gave us the dog wine so that after we wine a little bit, we can go right into the Midway Fall Festival. And we're gonna actually, Alicia has some things to say.
This, what do you always say? What kind of pour is that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's to the line.
Pour?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a country club pour.
A country club pour, yeah. That's healthy.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. The line's more of a suggestion anyways. You can easily go above it. But yeah, it's good stuff, man.
You can tell I've been off the bandwagon. This much makes me a little nervous.
Oh, no. That's awesome. I love it. I'm glad you're seeing. No, I saw her sip it. It's so bizarre to see you actually like. Because it's been ghost sips since we basically started.
Since we started. Yep, that's so true.
We keep saying it. We got to make a shirt just for ghost sips and for because everybody knows who someone's that's done that before.
Oh yeah. It's funny the people that do have beverages out, adult beverages. The first time you don't, like as a woman, everybody is on you. You know, you could just not have one night, and everyone's like, "She's,
Did you pregnant?
Yeah.
You pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's funny. So tell us about the pups. What's happening? Or is Alicia gonna tell us?
Well, before the pups.
Should we just?
Before the pups.
Or whining. We need to whine.
We got some whining to do.
That's right.
And it came from a conversation before the show. We were talking just about how silly security camera footage is. Like, what in the world is going on? It's 2021, and you've got security cam footage out there. It looks like it was shot on like a 1988
shoulder cam.
Yes. Like, what is going on out there? That is the most bizarre. Like, how can you not enhance and get a 3D rendering of every single, like, wouldn't that would solve a lot of crime, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, kids there's printers in 3D. Your Ring doorbell, I feel like, is more of a good quality camera than
Arlo. I have an Arlo, and it records in HD. I don't know why I need it, but I needed it. I needed
Arlo is your Ring brand?
Yes, I use Arlo.
Okay.
It's good. I like it. It's fine. I put the cameras up myself. It goes through my phone. I'm dinged every single time. I mean, and you just never know. 9 times out of 10, well, for me, it's 4 o'clock in the morning or so, 5 o'clock. It's a cat. We have 2 neighborhood cats that like to sulk around, and they are like the funniest thing because that light. I mean, I have a light that pops on, and it is an LED. Like, it is a light.
Yeah.
And it just like kind of walks and like does this thing where it's just like if I
I want to see your cat impression.
Let's see. I'm gonna do it like as a human. So like the camera's up here, right?
Okay.
Or here. The camera's up here, right?
Uh-huh.
And the light. So the cat walks. Like the cat's just like.
So.
And the light comes on and he goes.
Oh, couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, right. And like just sulks. Like sometimes doesn't even turn around. Just does that just real cool cat walk. Like, God.
That's the most cat thing I've ever heard.
But I mean, luckily, I haven't had to use it for any type of vandalism or anything weird or anything.
Have you caught any good moves off of it though? Those like during the ice storm. And
I can't put anybody on blast, but yes, we caught. we did catch somebody once talking some smack, but I don't want to put anybody on blast. It was funny.
That's a whole other level.
Yeah, we were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell us how you really feel. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, the voice. I was just thinking more about like, during the ice storm, people were posting some slips, and those things get me every time.
That would be so funny. No, we haven't caught anything funny like that I could think of. We've caught on the back door. I could probably find it. I wonder if I have it saved somewhere. There was this horsefly that loved the camera, and he would just sit on our camera.
I wonder if it was the light or the heat or like.
I don't know.
What, maybe just
big old fly, horse fly.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a southern thing too. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. The big old black horse fly. I mean, they take. I mean, they'll take a chunk out of you.
Yeah, they are vicious. Speaking of cats, our neighbor's cat, they have 2, and they love our yard. And now that I'm home a lot right now, I see these cats pop up everywhere. We have a glass front door, and I'll look over, and like the cat will just be like at my door, like looking in. So I'm like, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing.
Hey, you got anything to eat in there? Got any nippers? Got any catnip?
Cats are so fun. They're like a crazy creature.
Anyway. I could sit on TikTok all day and watch cats. Cats and dogs, really. I mean, maybe that's something we should do. I wonder the legality of that. If I can collect, like, your favorite, like, you don't want to admit it, but you're probably on TikTok, and you think you're too old, but TikTok, you're not too old for TikTok. Now,
we're not too old, right?
No, gosh, come on. We're on TikTok. What's Up Woodford is on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, you want to see, I try to clip them down to the best kind of parts of the segment. So go on there, like us, and then if you want to see some more funny stuff, I've been tinkering around maybe with making some TikTok specific content. So that could be fun. But
so, yeah, I mean, we're Pokemon and we're TikTok and we're all the things.
You can send us because you can share videos between people. So you can share us cat videos, dog videos.
Yeah, do that. There's some good ones on there.
We'll put them on we'll watch them together on the show. But before we move, speaking of dogs, of canines, before we get into that, Alicia down at the Wildside, they are getting ready. They're getting ready to get a semi full of these grapes.
I cannot wait.
And she wants us to come down there because she's like, you need to, like, you say it and you're like, okay, but like you see a truck,
like a
tractor trailer full of grapes. It's just a whole other thing.
I have pictures. I'm like, in my mind, they like fall out. Like they open the back door and they fall out. I know that's not how it happens, but is that not your image? You know,
like they're just loose grapes.
Yeah, like I feel like we're gonna be sitting at the edge of it, and it's gonna be like plow. We're gonna just fall over.
They're just loose grapes. You open the door, they just like all come out. That's hilarious.
Images always pop in your head of like how things will be. That's my mind just goes like.
I was not thinking loose grapes. I was thinking like, I don't know, like.
And then we'll end up being like the that cranberry juice commercial where they're standing in the cranberry.
Oh, that field of that's bizarre. Yeah.
That's what I feel like we'll be doing. Like the grapes will all come out, and then we'll just be like waiting and.
Or that classic clip where that lady is like I guess a journalist, and she's like stomping the grapes, and she goes real fast, and then she trips and goes oh like on the ground. Oh my gosh. that one's really funny.
We squirreled again.
But West Coast series is what she's calling it. She's getting these grapes from the West Coast. Yeah, quality West Coast. You could do
far out.
I wonder if you could do like Woodford County.
Yeah.
Or can you do the Woodford County?
Oh yeah, the West Coast.
Can you do that? But yeah, and then she also hinted, Emily.
Do tell.
That we could be inching closer to our very own What's Up Woodford wine, dude.
Dreams do come true, Cory.
How crazy is that?
Dreams do come true.
That would be so awesome. I mean, not to mention our own like What's Up Woodford bourbon one day, which would be great. I still want a bourbon sponsor.
Yeah. We need a bourbon. I mean, we're Kentucky, right?
Kentucky.
We're Woodford County.
We could sip on some wine and then end the show with our bourbon sponsor, right?
Cheers to our bourbon. Yeah. For sure.